Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I know I haven't done a video or sent a message for a long time. I want to firstly say sorry about the lighting, but it's mainly the message I'm trying to get across. I had a couple of videos sent to me this morning during Fajr time. Alhamdulillah, when Allah wants something to come your way, it will, and for whatever it is, it's always supposed to, I believe, humble you or move your heart. So today's videos that came my way were a mixture of videos, and it all came back to the same topic, which was what we're going to do or what we're doing with our life to prepare for the hereafter. And there was one part what really got to me, and it was about a young man that was really emotional because his mum was terminally ill with cancer, and the sheikh found him crying, and he asked the young man what was wrong, and he said that he subhanallah, he couldn't bring himself to go and see his mum at her last stages, which they call sakrat al-maut, because he's never actually ever really sat there and said thank you to his mum for everything that she bared for him and everything she's done for him. And this brother was just crying, and you know what, of course he's going to cry, because I can never imagine not saying thank you to my mum for everything she's done. Alhamdulillah, in the last week I became an auntie again, and I was blessed with able to watch her go through delivering another child into the world. And subhanallah, no matter what we do for our mums, nothing is ever enough, because without them we wouldn't even be here, subhanallah. And you know, we all know that we're busy running around after the dunya, and that is the case. You know, work gets in the way, family get in the way, children, our own children get in the way, but the mother's still there. And subhanallah, and I'm speaking from a mother, as I'm a mother, alhamdulillah, we just want to know that our kids are well and they're looked after and they're happy, but also we don't want to be forgotten about. Now, who's saying this brother that's losing his mum or has lost his mum already, that it couldn't be us? You know, there's never anything too big for our mums. So, you know, I look at myself and I think to myself that, am I doing my bit? You know, if my mum's ever upset, I don't care who she's upset with, as long as she's not upset with me. And it might be a selfish thing, but you know, the reality is that I know I'm going to attach, so I'm going to be asked. So brothers and sisters out there, if you haven't sat with your mum, asked her how she is, you have to wonder why, and why is Allah never put the dunya for us to be taken away from her. You know, at the very beginning, you know, I'm looking at my nephew now and how he relies on his mum. You know, if it wasn't for her, he couldn't, you know, he wouldn't be drinking, he wouldn't be clean, you know, he wouldn't be looked after. You know, we're everything, we're the doctors, nurses, caretakers, you know, we're everything to that child. And then that child has to grow up, subhanallah. And we look and we get excited, and he's taking his first steps, the first tooth has come out, and you know, he's holding my hand, he's walking, he's gone to nursery, from nursery he's gone to the first school, and so on. And then we get to this age where it's not meant to drive us away from our mums. If anything, it's meant to drive us back into her lap. So you know, death is around the corner, and yes, I understand that there's kids going before their parents, but we know that our parents always have us in their heart and in dua, and we are their main priority. We are, no matter how old we are. But I guarantee there is parents, there are mums out there that are crying themselves to sleep because they feel insignificant or forgotten. So wallahi, wallahi, by this day, as Allah's my witness, there's only going to be one person in this dunya that's going to love you and want to always protect you, and that's your mum. Like she's going to be asked about how she looked after you and dealt with you, it's going to be the same for us. So I always say, if there's a race in life that you ever want to win, and that's race to your mum's heart, let her know that she's loved. Let her know that she's not forgotten. Wallahi, you know, we're all receiving text messages and messages that someone else's mum's passed away. One day that will be your mum. One day it will be my mum. And when you receive that message, it will always break you. Always break you. I watch sisters and brothers cry at the janazas of their parents. I've seen it all the time. I'm not forgetting about fathers here, but I am speaking about mums. This is... So, wouldn't it be brilliant that you knew, wouldn't it be comforting that you knew that regardless whatever life threw at you, you could always run into your mother's arms and she knew that you loved her like she loved you? There's a reason heaven is under the feet of the mother, because wallahi, by the angels that witness a mother giving birth, bringing another child into this world, it is not easy. Without me, you, anyone without our mums, we would not be in this dunya if our mothers didn't bear the pain of childbirth. So whoever this message was supposed to be for, whether it's just for me, if you haven't told your mum you love her and she's important, or made her feel special, you know, everyone has a conscience. Ask yourself what you're going to do after this message. What I would do is I'd make sure that she feels like she's the richest woman in love. Assalamu alaikum.